Well, we are looking ahead to an exciting event to benefit Make-A-Wish Maine, the 5th annual Drumming Up Wishes concert. It's happening on Sunday, May 4th at Funky Bow Brew in Lyman.
And we have Wish Dad and event organizer Jeff Glidden here, as well as the president and CEO of Make-A-Wish Maine, Brian Franks. Thank you both so much for being here.
Oh, thank you.
Great to be here. Thank
Absolutely. So Jeff, let's start by talking about your involvement with Make-A-Wish Maine and how this event got started.
Well, I first became involved with Make-A-Wish Maine about 10 years ago. Both of our daughters ended up receiving wishes at the same time, which was quite a rarity. We were media darlings for a little bit because we were the first family that had 2 kids with different ailments getting wishes at the same time. So a couple years went by, and I remember waking up one morning just out of a dead sleep and said, wow, you know, you've got X amount of years to be here. You might as well do some good while you're here. And of course, that led me to Make-A-Wish Maine.
Brian, when you hear that story, how does that make you feel about your organization?
I mean, this is a full circle story here with Jeff and his family, and you know, for someone to have gone through what he's gone through with the family and the hard times, and then hit a point where deciding to give back, you know, it's just he's a really inspiring guy, and so I guess that's what I would say.
Yeah. And so Jeff, this event, if I read correctly, it's raised $80,000 for Make-A-Wish Maine.
Close to $80,000. I was really involved in the Walk for Wishes for years. We were the top fundraisers in the state the last 5 years of it. And a couple years ago, I kind of brought the event into that to kind of like broaden it out and, you know, try to think outside of the box. And it's worked out incredibly well.
Yeah. How much work is it to put this on? And really, you can't do this without that, you know, Funky Bow. I mean, they've really helped out with this.
Well, Paul Lorraine, he's like a brother to me. And it would not happen without Funky Bow. I just hit him up. I said, hey, look, I've got this idea, you know, what do you think? And he embraced it, and we look forward to keep happening for as long as we're both around.
And Brian, can you talk about, you know, how many wishes, you know, you're able to grant each year, and why events like this are so important in making those happen?
Yeah, certainly. So we are looking to grant about 86 wishes this year. So we've been on track for 1 wish every 4 days. And so the way to do that, you know, wishes cost about $8,500 on average. And so fundraising is extremely important. And so something like Drumming Up Wishes with a great community support and what Jeff's doing will help us to be able to grant 1 or 2 wishes for kids this year. So it's really meaningful, it's very impactful, it's very real, and we're very grateful for Jeff and what he's doing in Funky Bow.
Yeah, this is called Drumming Up Wishes. So of course we're talking about music, talking about bands. What kind of artists are going to be there performing at this event?
Well, it was funny. I came up with the idea for this year's event 2 days after last year's event. And I realized that there had only been 1 woman on stage in 4 years. So I said, well, we'll change that this year. And so we have 3 female-fronted bands this year, which the theme is Sisters in the Name of Love. And we're really excited. We have Bonnie Edwards and the Practical Cats. We have Easy Money Band, staples in Southern Maine with Ruby Dame, and we're really lucky to have Julia Gagne fronting the Time Pilots.
That is awesome.
So very, very excited about this year's event.
And Brian, April is World Wish Month. Tell us about that and the significance of that.
Yeah, right. So World Wish Month in April, it marks the anniversary of the start of Make-A-Wish. So the very first wish was granted in April back in 1980. And it was a little boy named Chris who had leukemia, and he really wanted to be a police officer. And so his mom got together friends, family, local authorities, and helped to make that come true for Chris. And that started really from there on. It was like, well, there are more kids out there. How do we find them? And that was the start of Make-A-Wish. And so in April, we celebrate wish makers. And wish makers are really anybody that takes action on behalf of wish kids, like Jeff. So this is taking action would be donating, volunteering, attending events, fundraising, things like that. And there's lots of ways to get involved. And so I'm here today to support and also celebrate Jeff and what he's doing as a wish maker.
Back to the event now. I mean, we talked about the music. What else is going to be there besides people being able to rock out and dance a little bit?
Well, I've managed to get some vendors this year, which is very exciting. We still have room for some vendors if anybody out there wants to. It offers a little bit more than just the music going on. And of course, Funky Bow has great food and terrific beer. So yeah, it'll be a complete event, I think.
And where can people find out more? And do they need tickets for this, or how does it work exactly?
Well, it's by donation. We would never turn anybody away, ever. It's $20 plus donation. All goes directly to Make-A-Wish Maine. And, but like I say, you know, we would never turn anyone away from this event.
And we get to see Jeff on drums.
Well, that is
there
true.
we go. Now the
That
plot
is
thickens.
true. A couple times, yeah.
All right, so maybe we can have Brian with the microphone sing.
I don't know about that one.
Jeff, thank you so much for all the work that you've done for Make-A-Wish Maine.
Thank you very much.
We are going to try and forecast some sunshine for you on May 4th.
Well, that would be great. Last year we had a little bit of trouble with the weather. I would check the weather every 20 minutes for a week out, and it would change every 20 minutes. So I realized that was ridiculous.
That's Maine, right?
But we have it covered,
Okay.
you know, in case, you know, rain does happen, but we're hoping
The show
that
must
doesn't.
It'll be
go
great
on.
either
Yeah,
way.
Exactly.
Exactly.
At least we know the money will be grooving and the beer will be cold. There you go.
Yes. All right.
Exactly.
Thank you both so much
Thank
again.
you.
We
Well,
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Thank you.
After